Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. How we all doing? Slowly coming alive. There we go. I always think it's kind of funny. Hi, folks. How you doing? You good? Having fun? I hope so. Whether you're here now or here in the distant future, hope you're having fun. I mean, you're probably here in distant future. No one's here now. We're good though. Everything's fine, dandy, sublime. And of course, I've just sat down, right? I've just made myself a cup of tea, had a little sit down, started everything up, put my headphones on. And of course, I need to take the tea bag out of my tea and throw it into the bin whilst I'm cabled in. So, that's an event. One day I'll get kind of comfortable with my entire setup. I can't promise when. Maybe in a year or so's time when I rebrand into something exciting and popular. Yeah? Maybe? Maybe not. Either way, it'll be fun. There we go. I got it in. I didn't need to do anything exciting. That's something I should play at some point. I should probably do some Twilight 2000. That's with the World War III, not the sexy vampire stuff. Although they weren't very sexy vampires. The sexy vampires are in the newest Interview with a Vampire. That's sexy vampires. No, Twilight, from what I've seen, is far more kind of, entirely acceptable normal vampires for that age bracket and demographic, I suppose. Cool. Well, after that weird segue, just a quick check to see if we're really doing the do. Are we really doing the do? Are we really doing the do? Close all those because I don't need those anymore. And Wednesday, cool. comes around quick, doesn't it? I'm on holiday, right? So I'm luxuriously luxuriating around the dungeon. Otherwise known as my gaff. So I'm just chilling for the week. It's good times. No worryings about the day-to-day ins and outs of my work life. No, I've not turned camo on. I should probably turn camo on. Camo, come on. Come on, camo. Camo. That's almost like pecora. Camo, come on. Come on, viewers. Yes, I watch too much Hololive. It's true. Test widgets. What does that mean? I don't know. Do you think oh, sugar, there's something else I need to get, and it's all the way over there. 1 second, let me no, I can't reach it with my headphones on. I'm gonna have to take my headphones off. The headphones are off. Not that anything going on audio wise, we're kinda freewheeling on the old audio. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I always think about I feel a bit more comfortable if I've got the headphones on. But maybe I don't. Maybe I should kind of like vibe with them off. But then the problem is that the microphone picks up noise that comes from the computer, and I've got no idea as to how loud what is. I just looked at the Stream Deck thing, and they're like moving bits for the audio, and I was like, does that mean that my audio's turned off? I'm sure you all know, but I did a good 30 minutes of streaming with my volume turned off. That was good times. That was an event. Very irritating. But with all that said and done, I don't need my remote control. The television's not turned on. I'm not watching the TV. There's nothing on anyway. I remember the times when I only had 4 TV channels, and there being nothing on wasn't very surprising. Whereas now it's I don't have any TV channels because I don't have a TV license because I don't watch TV. Because fuck terrestrial television. Let's get the camera open first. Today's plan: Traveller. That's the plan. Spinewards marches. You don't know what any of that is. The Traveller is this wide, expansive. It's like one of the first science fiction games. It came in like initially in 3 Wii books that kind of described character generation, spaceships, and worlds and adventures, creating worlds and adventures. And one of the first modules for it, one of the first big modules for it was the Spinewards Marches campaign, which is a sector full of stars that you're expected to go out and survey. I think I sat down one day and I calculated it would take about 20 years, like character time, to map the whole Spinewards March. But it's neither here nor there. Everyone has to have goals in life, right? So yeah, that's that. Characters are generally kind of old. It's famous for being the game where characters can die during character creation. You know, that's something that people always say, and they do. They do. They do die. It's a thing. It happens. Anyway, and yeah, so camo, screen, visuals. There you go. Woohoo! So I've made some characters, as you would presume. As much, I mean, I don't mind just making characters, but I don't know what other people think. So we have Ubigasu, who is a former Navy captain, retired, at 12,000 credits a month. Why are they adventuring? Because that's what they love, right? These are people that expand the boundaries because they enjoy it. Or maybe, you know, retirement's really boring. Who knows? They're 42. They did 6 terms in the Navy. Didn't die. Their stats, you'll see that we use hexadecimal stats. So they kind of go 0 to 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F, etc. To represent the higher numbers. So A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, etc., etc., etc. And the stats, let's see, I've got them written in the UPP, but I have just completely blanked on what the UPP is. Not UPP, UPP? Yeah, Universal Personal Profile. If I do this, this is probably easier for... I wish that this ball thing was free moving and didn't require me to kind of like manually faff about with it. Uh-oh. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's find the section in the book that tells us what is going on. Look, if you were really, really fast and really, really dedicated, you could screenshot all these pages and be like, look, I've managed to get the game for free. No one does that. Okay, so it's strength, dexterity, endurance, intelligence, education, and social standing. Cool. This is what we needed to know. So this is my copies of the stuff. So we've got... I've got book 6, which kind of gives us extended planet stuff, system stuff on the computer. I've not printed it out. I've got... is this still all... Yeah, I think this is all still book 1. Book 2. So this is book 2, Starships, and then book 3 is Worlds and Adventure. And then I've got some adventures kind of downloaded. And yeah. You get it. All right. Let's put that over there for a second. Yes, any kind of movement, all of the things. I was also, So, Ubigasu, I think I wrote all the characters wrong slightly. I think they should all have like 1 higher in their things, but I don't care. This is what we're doing. So they've got vac suit, so they know how to survive in a vacuum and use their vac suit. Gunnery, so they can fire spaceship laser guns. We've got handgun, laser rifle, computers, sensor operations, ship tactics at 1. Pretty useful, pretty handy in a fight. And they've then got electronics, navigation, mechanical, and wielder's trained skills, so they don't get negative modifiers for those. So that's pretty cool. We won't worry about the homeworld stuff. When he left for Navy, he got 95,000 credits, 3 high passes, so that basically high passages, so he can get 3 or they. I never figured out what they were. Ubergar Sue, wonderful lady. She's got 3 high passes, a laser rifle, and she's a member of the Traveller Association. So this is kind of a galaxy sector spanning organization that basically gives out travel advice, a mix between like a gentleman's club, a travel agent, and a travel advisory, right? Now we've got Dukagad, right? Former merchant. They middling of social standard, reasonably well educated, reasonably intelligent, very dexterous. And the captain is kind of average in all the physical stats, very intelligent, and then kind of average again. The laser merchants, the merchant's primary skill there, laser pistol, admin, carousing, computers, then a whole bunch of skills that are just trained. He can patch you up just about, not taking any negatives. 36,000, a laser pistol, and 2 low passages. Then we've got probably our Kugnimre. We've got Kugnimre, who lots of endurance, very intelligent, very well educated, reasonably high social standing. They're a scout. They can fly spaceships. This is important. We need someone who can fly spaceships. They only managed 2 terms of scouts before getting kicked out, and they only got away with an auto rifle, so they didn't do very good out of their whole thing. And they got so we know how to use an auto rifle, so that's a bonus. And then the final character, Baron Gakamdur. And Baron Gakamdur is a noble. Look at that social standing. Full on Baron. Brawling. Admin is their main skill. Leader is their follow-up skill. And they've got Brawling, Disguise, Foil, Large Watercraft, Vac Suit 1. So there you go. Navigation, Neural Weapons. That's exciting. But they've also busted out with 250,000 credits, a low passage, a high passage, a foil, and a yacht. That being a space yacht, not a floor yacht. So this is going to be funny. I think this is going to be one of the first parties I've ever seen that at least start with a yacht. I don't know if they'll keep the yacht, but they start with a yacht. The adventure the campaign starts on Regina. A-class starport, big old system. These are my old sheets. These are the original sheets. Oh, I should probably... I mean, they're not old, because they still have the wee pictures inside of them. Although I've changed... Yeah, Ubergar Sue, Kramdir. What pictures did I have of them originally? Oh, wow, look at Kramdir. There's an individual that you'd probably think twice about purchasing a spaceship from. Yeah. Then we got... who we got here? This is Dukagad, who I originally picked. Oh, look at that dude. He's got business on his mind. And then we've got Kugnimre. Oh, they look like a dashing sort, don't they? Anyway, so those are the original sheets that I made. Back in the day. Back when the universe was young. And yesterday I was going to roll some white box characters, but I kept on looking for a pencil and I couldn't find it. But I found my pencil and my good pen. and some not so good pencil, but also a good pen. So, coming up trumps for Dungeon Slime. These are some character sheets that I made for White Box that we'll be using tomorrow. Ooh, so I shouldn't show you right now. But as I'm showing you stuff that I shouldn't be showing you, well, let's keep that. I printed out all my battle mechs as well for Battletech. Oh, look at all these battle mechs. Look at them. Look at them. Of course, I picked the Archer because the Archer is such it's a staple mech, right? It's one of the unseen. And I checked all my figures and I don't have one. Annoying. But I want an Archer. So that's a problem that's going to have to be solved. There's a UK seller on Etsy that 3D prints them. So I ordered one. And I ordered an urban mech as well, because I don't have an urban mech. And a second locust, because I don't have a second locust. And what's this? This is the one-page location crafter from Mythic and a one-page creature crafter. So this could be useful. Yeah. Right. And where did I put everybody? There we are. And there we are. I've all got an order. I should probably have waited for them before I started. But I was so excited. I mean, more to the point, I'd put the number in. And so if I'd put the number in, I may as well do what I'm supposed to do and actually do the performance. Even if, oh, goodness. What I think is really funny, another non sequitur for you. You're on YouTube, right? And you're like, all right, cool. I mean, the video's got 6 views. Fair enough. And then you go back the next day and say, you've got 0 views. And you're like, come on. I mean, surely this attempt to have hyper accurate numbers should be focused on, the up and coming and the already big. They're clearly the ones who are going to be doing the numbers, not little old Dungeon Slime. Little old Dungeon Slime is gee, ain't that nice? I got 5 views. Cool, top bananas. At least someone's seen it, and it's no, you've got 1 or 0. You can't even watch your own video. Thanks, guy who did that. So the problem with a spiffing Brit, right, is he always goes, oh, here's this great way you could do the thing. And of course, then immediately they fix it. And you're like, oh, well, so long thing. It was fun while it lasted. And seeing as I don't really try and do anything exciting, I don't find out until it's long gone. But on that, let's get to business. Dunk. Browser. Seeing browser, and it's the right browser. So I was talking earlier on today about how I haven't used this for a while, this instance. And so, yeah, I was like, oh, I wonder if it still works. Because I've got ChatGPT plugin installed. And so I just sent it a test, and it said this: welcome to the game. Let's begin the adventure in a vast universe of the Third Imperium. You find yourselves aboard a small trading vessel, the Stellar Voyager, traveling through jump space towards the planet Regina. Regina? I reckon lots of people call it Regina. Who cares? Regina? Regina? Like Reginald. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe we can figure out what's the least correct way I could pronounce it. Regina? Regina? Regina. Let's go with Regina. Regina? Regina. In the Spinewards Marches sector, introduce your characters, and their backgrounds. So I think we've kind of done that. We've got Ubergar Sue. She was a Navy officer in the Imperial Navy. We've got Duke Gad, who was a merchant, managed to rise to the level of second officer on a merchant ship. We've got Nimra, who is a scout and on the planet looking for work, and we've got Gikram Dur, Baron Gikram Dur, who has a yacht, a space yacht. I went looking for floor templates for the space yachts. I couldn't find any. But hey ho, that's neither here nor there. Back to here, right? Okay. So we're going to have to come up with a contrivance for them to all be, this is probably actually the most difficult thing in Traveller, is to come up with a reason why all the characters would be like together, other than the fact that they just all worked on the same spaceship. Because you've got we got a 42-year-old Navy officer, a 38-year-old merchant, a 26-year-old scout, and a 42-year-old noble. You can't even turn around and go, they're all childhood friends. You almost could. I mean, 42, 38, 42 are all kind of like in that range. But then you've got Kukunimra, who is definitely not. Who's like 12 years younger than the next youngest person. So, yeah. And it's not like there's an adventuring guild in the space worlds, right? So you almost always just have to come up with a conceit that, they've all decided to become part of a crew, brought together by a patron, right? If I open up my PDF a second. So one thing it says is that you should go out and buy lots of stuff out of the books at this point. But that sounds boring. So we're not. Yeah. We'll just assume that with like 400,000 credits between them and a space yacht, they have access to most of the stuff that they need for most situations, and we will check when a situation happens as to whether or not we have anything useful. Now, this adventure defaults off to giving you a scout. We don't have a scout. We've got a yacht. Funny thing is, there's clearly a misprint in the book. Because I'm pretty sure it said that the yacht has a jump of 3. The yacht does not have a jump of 3. It has a jump of 1. And it's very pretty. It's like gold trimmed and everything. It's a bit like the USS Enterprise in Next Generation, right? Nice bits of decking, lovely carpets, lots of gold trim. Beautiful ship. Not very practical, but beautiful. And I kind of feel that what's happened is Gikram Dur has decided that they're going to go out and have a life of adventure. Right? They're going to go out and they're gonna do the adventuring thing. Right? They're gonna rediscover civilizations. They're gonna reconnect to the lost peoples throughout space, and he's gonna discover something exciting. Right? That's what he's decided. He's like English gentleman. Victorian English gentleman. I'm going to go abroad and steal somebody's country. Please don't. Stop it. It's not a good look. You'll feel really bad about it in the future. It's okay, I'll be dead. It'll be my great-grandchildren. Fuck them. That kind of thing. And so, yeah, he's going to go off, and that's his plan. He's told his family that he's going to go, and they're all like, okay, could you not? Could you just like stay? And no, can't stay. Need to. If you're running D&D 5e or later, you will need to turn off the label configuration. GM notes. Okay, go away. 82 days ago. That's the last time I had this open. 82 days ago. So that's what Gikram did, right? And so Gikram then went, I need a pilot, I'm going to take the family yacht, and I'm going to need a pilot. I'm going to need a merchant. Well, I'm going to need a pilot. I'm going to need someone who knows how to run a ship, and I'm going to need someone for a little bit of the old fisticuffs when it gets a bit too much for me. And so that's how they ended up with Duke Kigad, Kug Nimra, and Ubagar Su, right? Because Kug Nimra basically walked out of the scouts base after they fired him and was like, well, we'll fly for food. And Gikam Dur had an advertisement up, and they're like, well, I'll feed you for if you fly my spaceship from place to place. And he was like, okay, yes, I can do that. Oh, wow, it's not an old piece of junk. No, it's for family yacht. He said, oh, really? Okay, that's different. And he's like, yes, I'm very excited by whatever it is to come. Okay, right. So this is like one of the free accents. My friend was talking about how he was going through the Horus books and how the guy who does the audiobooks for the Horus books really only has 3 voices, right? He's got like a bad female voice. He's got like I am the Dark Inquisitor voice, and he's got his normal voice, right? I basically have really poorly done, foppish British gentleman, really, really offensive, estuary accent, right? And then just like my normal Shires accent, boring English accent. Anyway, right, so that's how we ended up together. Hello, yes, wonderful, come on in. We're going to go change the universe. It's going to be wonderful. Yes, I can't wait. And so they've all gone to the local spacer bar, the local spacer bar, which is called, what's it called? Has it got a name? Beginning the Adventure. Even in a structured adventure such as this one, there must be, room for the characters to wander and operate as they want. Once the characters are familiar with each other, which they are, what are they going to do? They're going to go try and make some money. You know, that's the objective, cash. Well, for 3 of the party, the objective is cash. For 1 of the party, the objective is adventure. Right? And so they're in the Starhaven Tavern, which is one of many in Startown. It stands just outside the employees' gate of the Regina Starport. In fact, maybe they've not even kind of, this is it, right? The Kandur has been doing these recruitments, and this is the group that he's got. And we're all sat in the bar, kind of first meeting drinks. He's got like a lovely gin and tonic, and the rest of them are drinking spacer booze. He's like, oh, yes, it's mighty nice to meet you all. You're so wonderful. I'm so happy we're going to have such a wonderful time together. And they're kind of there drinking. Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful, Gikam. Now, you do guarantee that we will be being paid. Says Ubagar, and oh yeah, not a problem. It's going to be wonderful, Sue. It's going to be wonderful, and we're going to find so many exciting and interesting things. The clientele, as you look around, are mostly rough spacer scout sorts. Clearly, this is kind of the closest bar to the scout base, and yeah, they're all quite rowdy. It appears one rather rowdy group of people are here tonight. Is not only not scout personnel, but they have an active dislike for scouts. And they're being rowdy and annoying, and a scout asks them to quiet down, but they don't. And instead, loud, unflattering comparison between the scout service and the army. It goes, the scouts are like the dirt beneath the army's boot. all of them in their little flimsy in their little flimsy jeeps on the ground. So useless. I remember I was in the field once, and we had to wait for some scouts, and they all turned up, and they were very ill prepared. I'm sure their insults are far more cutting than my attempt at insults. But hey, I'm just a little dungeon slime. I don't do insults. Far too nice. You know what I should have done? And I say this every time afterwards, but today I've just remembered now. I've just remembered that I could do this. I could go to the only social media that I use anymore. Oh, I just remembered. I am live now on the V streams. On the V streams. The Twitch streams. And the YouTube streams. Now, I should probably have the URLs for those things, and we can stick them all in there. Take a copy of that. Yes, we take a copy of that. And we can take a copy of my V stream. Sorry, you're live. Me remembering the. Oh yeah, actually, I should probably tell people. And the YouTubes. Interruption for sharing all the bits. There we go. Choose your engine. I won't bother sharing it with any of the actual role-playing stuff that I do because nobody cares. And some of them have been to my house. And someone's complaining about stuff. So my plan for the next 5 days is to That's not what you want to see. That's my Firefox screen. What was I saying? Oh yeah, not engage at all with the news. That's what I'm trying to do. None of it. No news. Because too much news. News is bad. News is making bad. All of the bad. Let me finish this cup of tea. What's my assessment of that cup of tea? It was incredibly average. Do I need my keyboard there? Almost certainly, because I'm almost certainly going to have to write into the Foundries. Yes. So, cutting remarks, dashing insults, much anger and upset, and then a brawl. Roll for the first 3 personal characteristics on each of bad guys. Roll 1 die -4 for brawling skill for the rowdies. The rest of the personal information is unimportant and is necessary. Okay, so we could quickly roll up some bad gentlefolk. How many are on? We have got 1 for each of our dudes, right? So 4. First 3 characteristics. Can we see my hand? No. How about if we go further down? We can. Right. Where's the black pen gone? There it is. Black pen, come out. You know, one thing that I'm going to discover, I expect, at some point, is that I've spent all this time with my microphone the wrong way around. And everyone's going to be like, what do you mean you didn't understand what way around the microphone was supposed to go? And I'm going to be like, So, 8, come to me. 8, 7, come back. Oh, wow. AB. And their brawling is 4 - 1d6. 3. Wow. This person is like the Brawler, right? Next is 9. Whoa, these. Well, they are army people, we presume. Little army guys. 7. Oh, this one's a little bit less tough. How's their and they don't have any brawling skill. And the next one is 8. And A and 8. And their brawling is 1. And last but not least, we've got an 8, a 3, not very dexterous this one, and a 6. And their skill is 1. So, oh, there we go. We get to go. None of our characters are brawlers. So that's fun. Oh no, one of them does. Oh, ironically, Baron Gikam Dur is right up there with the old fisticuffs. You know, come on, show me your dukes. Pop pop, pop pop, and he pop pops. So this is going to be, how on earth does combat work again? Let's take a look. See, this is why you come here, because you want to see the truest scuffiness of Scuffington. Yes? Am I correct? I think you are. You wouldn't be here if you wanted quality viewing. You're here because you're like, is the dungeon slime going to accidentally do something wild? And the answer is, maybe. You never know. Saving throws. This is something that I needed to check. Call to throw. Right. Throws. Dice roll required to achieve a stated effect if only a number is stated. Oh, door. 1 second. Now, I'm never going to be able to find that section when I go, oh, I need to remove that bit where I wasn't actually in the room. But hey, you know, the bonus, that was the, that's the whatchamacallits that I was waiting for. Crinkly, crinkly, crinkly. Rippity, rippity, rippity. Who was I watching? There's a lady, not gamer, geek gamer, not her. Another lady who does solo stuff that I was watching. And she had like 2 separate books for the thing that she was doing. I think she was doing a 4 against game. 4 against whatever it is. And she had 2 books, right? So she had one for like the notes side, and then she had one for the maps. So I quite liked her idea. So I've gone all in. I got one for little exciting sketches, because as we all know, amazing artist. I'm second to none, really. It's a joke. I can't draw. But you know, no harm in trying. It's all just a jog to the memory, anyway. And then I've got one lined, and then we've got way too much plastic. I'll tell you that much. And then, last but not least, we've got. When I open up a small school in the middle of nowhere, I'll be well prepared. And some dot paper. There we go. Perfect. All right. Get rid of this. And then. Yes. Okay, cool. Top. Swish. Swish. So, first of all, let's. What I was checking here, not an 8. If Die modifiers proceed by a side. What I want to know. Consider the example of a rather cryptic throw to avoid death 9+. DM strength of 8 or better +1. DM intelligence of 6 or less -1. The character may avoid death in this situation by throwing 9 or better on 2 dice. He is allowed to add a modifier of +1 for strength 8 or better or -1 if intelligence is 6 or less. Okay, right, so it's a rollover system. I saw somewhere someone say, oh, it's really simple, it's a roll under system. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not a roll under system. I'm pretty sure it's a rollover system. And yes, that was something I just really wanted to quickly check there. Mustering out character creation tables, character creation example, surprise DMs. Alright, so this combat. Yes, it is. Procedure. Determine if a party has surprise. I don't think anyone's surprised by the fight. Someone's poured beer over someone else. Someone else has poured beer back. Punches have been swung. Wildness is incurring. Smash, smash, kick, kick, punch. Get some. All kinds of nonsense is going on. Determine if the range separating the parties. Okay, I don't think there's any significant range that can't just be covered in a few moments. Determine if escape or avoidance is possible. Probably. Each character indicates their movement. Each character indicates their attack. So these 4 dudes are coming over and squaring off against our four heroes. No one's surprised. Range isn't a problem. Escape and avoidance. Movement. So we're moving into melee. What does this say? Before each series of combat throws, each character may... And I like the fact they call... This is something that I find very kind of cute in the book, is the fact that they call rolls throws. I love it, right? I think that's nice. I know it's completely meaningless, but I think, yeah, I enjoy it. So a combatant at any range may state he's evading an enemy. So we're not evading, we're getting into fist fights, engaged. None of us are the kind of folks who are going to back down. So combat resolution. Is there anything unique that we need to worry about with physical expertise? A character's expertise in a weapon they're using can affect personal combat in both the attacking and defense. Defending a character may use their expertise level in their weapon as a negative DM when engaged in brawling or blade combat, and armed with protective, not useful right now. Untrained weapon use as a character using a weapon in which he is not expert, has no expertise, is subject to a DM penalty of -5 when attacking and +3 when defending. Note all characters have an expertise of half in all weapons. Yes, okay. This value is sufficient to avoid no expertise penalty, but not enough to provide a DM advantage. Yes, so all characters are at least trained in all weapons, which is good. So, basic required throw. During each combat round, each combatant selects a thingy 8+ to hit. So one thing that does mean, of course, is that anyone who's got a weapon skill at 0 has it at what? Everyone has their weapon skills one level higher than I've got written down on here, right? But this is a barroom brawl. So, initiative? Is initiative a thing? I don't think it is. I think all combat is simultaneous. Combat. Each character makes a move. Each character indicates their attack. While steps 1 through 3 are executed only once per encounter, step 4 is performed cyclically until combat is concluded. Okay. I don't know why I'm still... I just need an entire replacement for my whole head. That's what I need. New head. And everything will be fine. Escape and avoidance. Combat resolution. Wounding and death. Effects on characteristics. Expertise. Weight. Combat equipment. Polearms. Guns. Oh, that's something to bear in mind, isn't it? Just something to check. What's the... if we come back here for a second, and we go, and we go, 1 second, and we go, how about we go back to that for a second, just let me check something. Configure settings, traveler map tools, let's go to traveler map tools, Foundry. Traveler map tools, Foundry. Come on, what's the command? UWP world name. Yes. Thunk. There you go. Welcome back. Welcome back to 1811715 UWP. Yes, that one. Does that map match my map? Yes, it does. Good. Good. We're all in. Security rating C, I think that is. So if we go to... come back here. Law level. Possession of weapons outside the home prohibited. Okay, right. So we're not allowed to have any weapons on us. So we won't have any weapons on us because we're good people. So it's all just melee hand to hand. It's all just melee hand to hand. Shotguns? No, definitely not shotguns. We definitely don't have shotguns. Morale. Okay, brawling weapons. Brawling generally involves found weapons which are already at the site of battle. Such weapons are classified as clubs, cost nothing, and generally weigh between 0.5 and 3 kilos. Okay, clubs. How much damage do clubs do? Cutlasses? Cudgels? Cudgels a club, right? A basic stick uses a weapon. Easily obtained from standing trees. How much damage does it do? Doesn't say. None of this tells me how much damage anything does. It's kind of annoying. Let's go further. Let's go deeper in. There we go. Does it tell me how much damage it does? No, it just tells me the weight, the ammo, the rounds, the length, antique equivalents, range matrix, weapons matrix. Okay, defender's armor. No. Range, no. Weapon table. Is this damage? No. No. None of these tables tell me how much damage these weapons do. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. It's on the range matrix. There you go. Just exactly where you expect it to be. The range matrix. What does this do? J1. Ah, right. Okay. That's the size of the map. That's cool. So hands. 1d worth of damage inflicted. Okay, right. So, first things first. Ubergarsu has... Change back to camo. This one comes up to Ubergarsu. They've got a bottle in hand. Ubergarsu just has their fists. And... I don't know what... I presume everything is simultaneous combat, right? So, Ubergarsu... And this dude gonna get in the old punchy. So he's got a 0. So that counts, I do believe, as -4 to their roll. Right? Target's 8. Where did that other d6 go? That's 10 minus 4, 6. Basically, he only succeeds on a 12. So he doesn't manage to punch Ubergarsu. Ubergarsu does manage to punch them and does 1 point of damage. So they're going to take that 1 point of damage. Where's the pen gone? Under my pile of stuff? Under my pile of stuff. Of course it's under my pile of stuff. Why wouldn't it be under the pile of stuff? I mean, for goodness sakes. Of course it's under the pile of stuff. So there, this 9. No, we're going to take it off for 9 or take it off for 6. Let's take it off for 9. So we're going to take that off for 9. So this one's fighting Sue. Right. This one is going to be fighting, or whoever this one's fighting is in a bad place. This one's going to fight Do, right? So they've got +3. So they are what can only be described as quite tough. But fortunately, really bad dice roll. And Do is gonna Do's grabbed a bottle, and the bottles here they are like made out of like a super dense plastic. So they kind of a plant-based super dense plastic. So it's not gonna like explode on his head. It doesn't matter, misses anyway. So that's that fight engaged. If I put it over, yeah, that's versus Do, and then this one, they're going to be fighting Baron Kerr Gekam Dur, right? They're going to be fighting Dur, right? And Dur is going to have grabbed Dur's grabbed 9-4-6. Dur's not very athletic. Dur's grabbed this bar stool and is using it to kind of like fend the dude away. Dude misses, and as he Cam goes and smacks him with the thing and misses. And the last one is going to go for Nimue. Kug. And they hit Kug. So Kug takes 1 point. They're going to take it off of their... they're going to take that 1 point off of their... So if I do another one to run Nimue... So when you get hit, and I should probably have mentioned this, when you get hit or injured in Traveller, you take the damage directly on your statistics, right? So they're going to take 6. They're going to take that off of their decks, right? So they start off with 6, 7, C, but they're going to have, that's going to go down to 6. So, Nimue 6-6-C. So that's the first round of combat, right? Punches flying, bottles flying, scouts flying, army men flying. It's a right royal rumble, right? Next round, Nimre's going to jump onto the table and be like, for the scouts. And he's going to leap on this guy, right? So Nimre's going to leap. 9, that's a hit. So that's a hit. I reckon for it being like this big old jump off of off of a top rope kind of thing. I reckon it's 2d6 worth of damage. Ooh, 5 and a 2 against this one. So a 5. So the way again you do this is that you remove whole dice from the character, right? And the character getting hit decides what those dice come off of. So they're going to lose a 5 off of. If I take A down from 5, so A, that would take me to 5. So yeah, we're going to take that down to 5. We're going to take that down to 6. So that means they can still absorb almost 3 whole dice worth of damage. All right, so if we rolled 3 6s, they'd still be kind of okay. And everyone else is like, yeah, for the scouts, and get in there. And Nim where's the guy that's fighting? What's his name? Oh, there. So this is one fighting Sue. The one fighting Durr is like kind of annoyed, but Durr's like, ha 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 ha! Look at you foolish nincompoop, attempting to defeat me, a fine, well-trained gentleman explorer. So that guy's going to try and punch Durr again in the head with a 7 plus 1. That's 8. So he hits, and Durr gets punched in the face. 4 points of damage. So Durr, where's Durr? Gickham Durr. Gickham is at probably take it off of there. So we rolled a 4, so that's they're down to 5, 4, 6, right? So that's Gickham. The guy versus Nimue is kind of stunned at the moment, a little bit shocked, so they're going to miss out on this round. The one fighting... Oh, and Gickham, after being punched in the noggin, is going to try and hit him back, and he does. He hits him. 8. That's a hit. He hits him with the chair, and the chair is a club, and the club is 2d minus 3. So, if we take 3 away from the 1, I'm pretty sure that's all you can do. No, I think that it's got to come off of a 5, right? Can it? Use the above DMs to modify the combat die throw. Oh, right. No one in here is wearing armor. It's all just punch. But very soon everyone is going to be wearing armor. So, right. I'm going to ignore that minus 3 because it just makes life longer. So Deer hits the guy with the chair. And they go, ouch, that hurt a lot. That's going to take that down to a 3, right? And we're going to take that down to a 2. So that hurt. They're both hurt. They're both hurting. And Kagad. The fight between Kagad. Kagad gets a 10. And they're hitting the guy with a bottle, right? So that's a 4 and a 1 off of Bottle Boy. So B to A to 6. And this guy's going to hit and Doo's probably not going to like it because he hits him a lot and does 6 points of damage to Doo. So Doo is 7C 6. So do is we'll take 7. C is 12. So 7, 6. 7, 6, 6 for do. Right, do that hurt. Next round of fighting. So what we're gonna do? Oof, this guy's a monster. Yeah, they're gonna stick with their matched pair because nothing else has happened. So Nimrod's gonna kind of kick the guy that's on the floor in the head, and he does. And D6, 4. So we'll take that 4 off of this 8. No, shall we? No, let's take the 4 off of here. So that takes that down to 2. Means that he does still have a place where he could take a 6, right? He's kind of on the floor. So I'm going to roll to see if we can get back up, right? And this, I reckon it's kind of difficult. He's kind of really weak. And he's not very dexterous anymore. So I reckon this is a 10. He gets a 6, so he's not up. So this guy's down at the moment. You can't see what I'm doing down here. This guy's down. So he doesn't get to attack Nimre. Gakam is going to get into this scrap again. Gakam is going to... Oh, I keep forgetting that Gakam's got +1 to his rolls. Hits. And he's using this chair, so he's going to smack him. 5 and a 4. Okay, well, this guy's unconscious, right? So this goes down to a 1. And then he's got a 4, which you can't take. And so he's unconscious. Sad times for him. So Gakam boshes him with the table again. And not the table, the stool, and he's down and out. Next, we've got, if we get Gakam back down here, good old Gakam. Gakam's done his work. This guy can get out of my way. Go away, you. Do versus their combatant, the army guys, ducking and diving, punching and weaving. And Do is trying to also keep up, but this guy is just a nightmare to fight. So he's going to punch our boy. That's a 10. He hits. A 6 again. Goodness. Fortunately, Do does still have a 7. So that's down to 1. Do is reeling. He's all over the place. Do's going to try and hit the guy back. Doesn't. No, not surprising given how punched in the head he is. Like, his head is basically ringing constantly now. And then we're going to have Sue. I don't think Sue's taken any damage. Sue's not being punched. Well, Ubergar is like, yeah, whatever. This is nothing to me. Ubergar punches. Misses. Even if I roll that again, that'll just be most of 6, so that's less than 8. Oh, but the guy, just having said that, Ubergar just gets punched in the cranium. Punched him a cranium for how much damage? 4 points of damage. So, Ubergar, what you got? 7, 8, 8. They're an old person. 42-year-old man. 42-year-old lady, actually. Sorry, Ubergar Sue. We decided you were a lady. So we're going to take that down to 1, 8, 8 for Sue. Right? Sue missed them. Next round, right? So, this is round 3 we're on, right? Yes, we're on round 3. Fight's going wild. All the good stuff's happening. All the punchy things. All of it. And Do... So, Gakam is free, right? So, Gakam's going to come over here and help Do, right? Because they can see that Do is in trouble. Nimra is going to keep kicking this guy who's on the floor. So I reckon we're going to get a +1 for that. Doesn't matter. That's a 4. The guy on the ground still getting kicked, needs a 10 to get up. He gets a 10, so he's up, so he'll be able to act next turn. No longer on. Let's take our little guy. He's no longer on the ground. Unfortunate. Bad round for them. So this fight versus Gakam's going to smash this guy in the head with a 9 plus 1, 10. He does. Hits him over the head with the bar stool. Takes a 5 and a 1. Probably going to take that 5 off of the B, so that's down to 1. And he's going to take the 1 off of there, which means he can still absorb 2 6s worth of damage. I reckon Dude's going to go for it. I mean, they're almost out of the fight, but, you know, they manage it. So they've hit. They do 1 dice worth of damage. It's a 5. Oh, yes. Yes. Now it's all coming up. So that's going to take that down to a 2. This guy is going to attack. He's going to keep attacking Dude with a 7 plus 3, 10. That's a hit. 4. Oof. Dude's feeling it. Dude's all cut and bruised and smash, punch, double punch to the head. 1 to his guts. He's feeling it. He's feeling bad. And Sue is in this kind of pretty unfortunate fight down here. Sue misses. Bad guy misses. Okay, double miss. We like a miss. Like a set of misses. Next round. There's clamoring, the sound of people storming into the bar from the outside, and the crew look, and it's station security. It's Startown security forces. They rush in, and they're like, what else going on here? And they start pounding people with stun batons and all sorts. And before we know it, the fight is all cleared up and done. Which means I can wipe off all these combat cards, right? But we held our own against the army boys. We showed them toughness and bravery. And all those kinds of big words that dungeon slimes don't do. So that's that. I need to come up with a solution for wiping the dry wipes. Interesting. Well, we'll think about that after a bit, right? Okay, yes, exactly. I don't think this will do it on its own. I'm pretty sure that I do need the... I need something that I can make damp, and then I'll deal with it. Cool. So, that fight is over. What we do need to do is mark our brand new notebooks, because they've arrived. So this is Traveller Maps. Oh, you can't see from there. Let's come back over here a little bit. Right. So this one is Traveller Maps. Right. So that's our dotted notebook. We can put maps in here. This one is, Traveller Log. Traveller Log. And this one is Traveller Doodles. There we go, Traveller Doodles. Traveller Doodles. So we can have more of our high quality picture work, right? I mean, what can't get any better, can you? Can't get any better. It's going to be wild. So my reminders to remind me where I am in the PBTA game. So what we should know, number one, what's something that I can't remember is what's the date format for Traveller? What's the date format for Traveller? Traveller. Traveller, Third Imperium calendar. Imperial calendar. Travel wiki. Okay. How does this work? The calendar of Third Imperium bears the legacy of the Terran Confederation and the rule of man with sensibilities, pragmatics, and cultures of the Imperium today. So, tabular represent. I don't understand what it's telling me. What are you telling me? The last day of the year is 3-6. Okay, right. So you've got 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, 4 day, Friday, 6 day, Send day, and then we go back down to 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, Send day, and they don't have months. I suppose that makes sense, right? Because you're on lots of different planets, right? So, what's dates? We're in the Third Imperium. When does the Third Imperium start? Terra's year 1 is -4, 5, 20. I see. Third Imperium. When's a good day in the Third Imperium? When do we want to start, everybody? These are the kind of things that good, clever, streaming people, playing people plan up front, right? You know, they're all ready and rocking and capable of going. I, on the other hand, kind of go, what day is it? Is it Tuesday? No. Fantasy Grounds, goodness. So I always find Fantasy Grounds such a bizarre piece of software. It's like, come on, folks, you need to be web-based. It's not the olden times anymore. People aren't going to purchase fat clients and install them on their computer. I mean, I'm sure some people do. I'm sure you do. I'm sure that you, right there, you, yes, you, love a fat client. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. What's this one? No, this is just random people talking about stuff. I don't want random people talking about stuff. I've got the Milieu Zero book, but that's not very useful. Maybe there's something inside the actual campaign. That would make sense. Traveller book. Classic traveller book. Scouts. That's not what I'm looking for. A00. How about for the start? We don't worry about the year. We can make the year up later. I mean, real people don't really care much about years. So with the fight over, yeah. Right. Okay. So, right. Several drinks. Right. I mean, I get all this. Okay, right. Well, let's pick a date. This is... Just remember, it's mythic. Just make decisions and go forward. Pretend it's like the future of one's life. Just don't think about it too hard, or else you'll either get stuck rabbit holing, or you'll get halfway through whatever it was you were thinking and then completely forget. So literally just then I was almost about, I'm just going to start reading this thing, because I'd completely forgotten that I was worrying about, where'd that lid go? Come back to me! Don't be down there! Yes, good. Come back. That's what we want. Okay, yes. Super cereal. What? Goodness, I found... It is 1 day 37, right? 1 day 37. And we'll come up with the imperial year later, right? I think there's actually, maybe Traveller Maps will tell me. I was on Traveller Maps a moment ago. Traveller Maps. Traveller Map. Traveller Map. Traveller map. Not a shark. Traveller map. You stop. I always find it weird what browsers remember and what they don't remember. You know, I'm pretty sure that it's obviously this would be what I'd want. No. 1105, the golden age. Right. We will start off then on 1105 imperial year. World Regina. Had a massive scrap. In the... What was it? What was the bar called? What did I tell you the bar was called? Dave's Diner? No, almost certainly not. It is the Starhaven Tavern. In the Starhaven Tavern, with a bunch of army lads. So, it all settles down and the army folks are all kind of kicked out of the bar. And, hey, drinks all round, hooray, drinks all, hooray. There's lots of celebration and free drinks start flowing and, people can like put like bits of, ice comes out in buckets and gets put on people's heads and packets of salt and vinegar crisps are available and there's celebrations are abound. And as we're all partying, one of the scouts introduces, hello, hi, what amazing work you put in there. You really did some smashing and pounding. I saw where you wrestled that guy to the ground, and weren't you a scout until not long ago? Yes, I had a disagreement and we decided to part ways. That's a terrible shame. Well, yes. Love a bit of the old duking, the life of an adventurer and all goes the Baron Gacam. And yes, wonderful types. You seem like you can handle yourselves, and I'm looking for people who can handle themselves, and I got a job that pays pretty well. My name's Administrator Galadin. I work for the scout in the scout service office. I'm the head scout. Oh, really? You've got work? He's like, yeah. Come by tomorrow morning, and I'll sort it out. And so, the group are, well, that sounds wonderful. And now I feel like I need to do a scene, right? First scene, and let's check to see how much this pen is coming through this paper. Oh, not at all. That's nice. So yeah. Oh, well, there we go. That's a turn off for the books. So let's get stuff out of my way and punch the camera in the face. So expected scene. Arrive at scout office. All right. That's our expected scene. Chaos rating 5. Let's roll. Let us roll that dice. Scene alteration to chat. 7. Scene proceeds as normal. Cool. So basically what in the book is going to occur. Here we go. Traveller 00. Right. Let's read this out verbatim, shall we? Oh man! So we arrive and there's a receptionist. We say, "Hey, we met with yes. Hello, good sir. Very, very nice office you've got here. Wonderful, love it. Really think it very impressive. Very, very impressive. Now, I'm here to see Administrator Galadin. We met last night in a bar." And we'd had a bit of a kerfuffle, and they said that we might be perfect for a job he's got. and told us to come here for the morning. So here we are. Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much. I'll buzz him now, and I'll let you know when he's ready. Good. Please do. I'll just take a seat over here with my friends. So he takes a seat over there with his friends. They're very, very happy. They have a wonderful time, and there's coffee, and they're all looking worse for wears. They were out drinking till the early hours of the morning, whatever that is on regular. I've not checked. I probably should, but maybe we're not going to be here very long. One thing that we're definitely going to do whilst we are here is purchase some armor, because we could do with it, and probably some melee weapons, because stun sticks sound like a way to go. That aside, after about 10 minutes, if the door opens and the administrator comes out and, great, welcome. I'm so glad you made it. Please come on in. And they head into his office. Oh, yes, a lovely place you've got here. Oh, well, it's not much, but it'll do. He's like, I think it's lovely. No dust or anything. It's very impressive for an outback world like this. Oh, yes, I'm glad you like it. Yes, I like it a lot. I can't wait. So what's this job you've got for us? I'm every 20 years or so, the Scout Survey Service updates its surveys of various regions, and ours for this region is just coming up. Ours is just coming up, and so we can update essential data in the files. Normal routine calls for the input from many sources, including local governments, the Navy, and other individuals, but this special survey can best be looked at as an independent audit, designed to turn up any discrepancies that might otherwise have been overlooked. How many worlds? Oh, there'll be all the worlds in the sector. Of a thorough indexing of each system. Oh, that sounds like there's plenty of opportunity to find something truly outrageous. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean. This is the whole idea. We're hoping that we'll be able to find many new, interesting, exciting things by getting a group such as yourselves to thoroughly investigate each system. Oh, yes, it sounds delightful. I can't wait. Good. So you're interested? Oh, definitely interested. Well, let me continue. The survey involves visiting every system in the Spinewards Marches, determining the universal planetary profile for the major world, and reporting it to the scout base. Also, we'd like you to have a thorough investigation of any additional worlds, so that we can properly audit and report back. Yes, sounds wonderful. And the scout is like, doing some maths in his head, whilst the conversation carries on. In most circumstances, a report can be written after about 3 days to a week of information gathering. Some worlds will be easy, other worlds will be quite difficult. Each jump to the next world, and as you well know, each jump will take about a week. In all, the group you can expect to be able to survey a world every 2 weeks. Now we're of course going to be looking at a bit more than just for worlds, so and I'm fully aware that you're going to want to go, a full and proper audit. Yes, a full and proper audit. Yes. And the Scout Service starts a new special survey every 20 years, so the existing one must be completed within that 20 years. If not, the special bonus pay cannot be made. Very, very well. I believe you've got a ship. Yes, you've got a beautiful yacht. It's wonderful. Very well, yes. Good. You, of course, will be able to use scout bases for free of charge. Oh, wonderful. You will still need to pay for your own maintenance. Oh, yeah, of course. Not a problem. How much is this job paying? Well, first we need the reports delivered. You must visit each of the major worlds of the system and then determine the UPP. which must be substantiated by instrument readings and other evidence in the report. No problem, fine. For each report turned in, we will pay you 50,000 credits. From that account, various sums can be drawn for living expenses, fuel costs, salaries, life support, etc., etc., etc. Once all 440 worlds of the Spinewards marches have been surveyed, an additional 10,000 per world will be paid. This last amount is subject to deductions due to sloppy work or lack of detail in the reports. Of course, yes, fine, pristine reports, yes. Travel zones, yes. What about red planets, that kind of thing. Well, travel to those kind of worlds marked red is not part of the survey. Confidential. However, of course, there may be, I couldn't possibly say, but it's entirely possible that that information on such worlds may garner, I'm sure, possibly, maybe, just perhaps, something could be arranged for a special delivery if you bring the information in to me personally. Of course, hand delivered. Yes, hand delivered. Hand delivered in both directions. Of course, in both directions. I'm glad that we see eye to eye on this. Of course, we see eye to eye on this. What a wonderful idea. So again, let's just recap. That's 50,000 per world surveyed into a shared account. An additional 10,000 once we survey, if we manage to survey all 440 worlds, plus a undisclosed sum for personal deductible information. Yes, that's exactly it. Okay, right now let me just do a quick calculation. How long? If let me just get my old noggin going and have a little think about this for a moment. 440 times 2, 880 divided by 54, 60, about, okay. So we're looking about 15 years worth of work. Well, I'm sure nothing will change in those 15 years and we'll be perfectly fine. This is one of the things that I quite enjoy about this, because by the time you finish, someone's starting another survey. It's a bit like there's a bridge I think it's in Scotland, but there's a bridge, and by the time they finish painting the bridge, they need to start painting the bridge again, because the paint is the bridge will corrode if the paint wears out. And it's kind of a similar thing with this kind of with this survey. Yes, okay, wonderful. That sounds brilliant. So let's put in our little travel log. Here's our little traveller log. Let's get our little traveller log, and let's just note down some of these details. Yes, 50,000 credits. 50,000 credits. Who was it? Administrator. Administrator. Was it administrator or governor? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's immaterial. Who were they? What was it? We just had an entire beautiful conversation with them. Galadan. That's it. Administrator Galadan. Galadan. E-double-D-E-N. They are 85998. 6 terms, 42 years old. Look at them. 8,000 credits. Administrator Galdigan, survey all 440 systems in the March. 50,000 credits per world, per system, plus 100,000 credits for red systems. I might probably get a slightly smaller pen, but one momento. Slightly smaller pen. We're gonna get a slightly smaller pen. Maybe this one. Maybe I'll be able to read this one in a month's time. That's probably better. Let's use that one. My horrifying chicken scrawl. A friend of mine who sadly passed away in a motorcycle accident long ago. Their teacher used to say that their handwriting looked like a spider had crawled across the page with a pencil attached to it. And he said that his handwriting was better than mine. So, make of that what you may. But yes, we need to toot up and go shopping. Only some major parts. So we can't get any guns, but... well, what is... Well, we can probably get stuff ordered directly to our spaceship, right? So, what guns have we all got? What guns do we understand? So, we've got a laser rifle up there, but they've already got a laser rifle, so that's fine. And we've got handguns, so we might want to buy a handgun. I find it funny that there's handgun and there's body pistol. 3D -8. That's a lot of minus, right? Carbine 4D -8. It's funny when you think about how the thing needs to be taken off of dice. It's funny. It's a funny decision to have made, I think, right? To decide the way we're going to do it, right, is that the damage is going to come off of each stat, right? But then we're going to have a modifier. And what we're going to do is we're going to have 3D -8. I'm sure, I mean, that almost means that half the time you don't do any damage. Right? What's the average? No, 3d6, maximum of 18, averaging around 10. So I mean, it's not quite half, but it's a lot of the time you're not doing any damage with that weapon. So even with the carbine, I mean, whoever wrote this had surely not been shot by like a gun, right? Because I don't buy it. Much like I don't think they've been hit in the head with a bottle, because it hurts, right? Definitely not smashed around the face with a club. They've definitely not received that one because that hurts as well. So I think I'm going to kind of ignore the modifiers. But then you go, oh, but then look, body pistol and automatic pistol and revolver all do the same damage. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, in a cosmic sense of things, that feels pretty sensible. So I'm just going to ignore the modified damage because I think it's not very useful most of the time. I mean, I'd probably change the foil to be a 2D damage, right? Because, again, foil's very specific kind of nasty damage that they do, right? Anyway. Maybe I'll keep the pluses and I'll drop all the minuses because I think the minuses are a bit silly. Because also, if you think about it, the big difference being with the bigger pistols, they just shoot further, right? They're more accurate for a far higher range. There you go. Well, then, so the carbine is 4D -8. The rifle's 3D. So maybe we take the rifle and the automatic rifle up to 4D as well. Machine gun 3D. That makes sense because submachine guns fire pistol ammunition, right? So that makes sense that it does the same damage as a pistol. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So let's make a note of it right here so that we remember, right? So the carbine will be 4, the rifle will be 4, the automatic rifle will be 4, and that will be 3, right? And then that'll make sense. And we'll keep the pluses, we'll ignore the minuses. Sounds good. That sounds like a solution to that being weird. 28th of February, Mastermind followed me. Well, hello, Mastermind. I don't know if you're here now, but if you are, wonderful to have you aboard. Or if you, much like me for a long time, just go onto the who's recently joined and go, I'm going to add all of these people, which is what I did in the early days. Do I do it now? Not so much, mainly because I kind of forgot that VStream existed. But it's the only platform anyone apparently watches me on, so, you know, there you go. The power of the slime. I don't need any more of this. We're good. We're fine. Stop wasting time, slime. Stop it. Put that over there for a second. So we've got a job. So we need to get some... Oh, that's... Goodness sakes. That's why we had it. We wanted to buy some bits and pieces. There were some important bits and pieces. We were looking at weapons. So what weapons? So as we know, everyone already can use a weapon. All of my weapons scores should be 1 higher. So like handguns 2, laser rifles 2, laser pistols 2. So the laser pistol should be a 3, not a 2. We'll go through and fix all this off camera, right? But we should probably get like guns for all the guns that we know, right? Rifles. And different planets have different lore levels, right? So it's probably worth having everyone having a handgun, everyone having a laser rifle, if we can afford them. How much are laser rifles? Comment. Also, what we should check is Worlds and Adventures. Lore levels is what we're after. Tech levels. So tech levels tells us what's available. So if we go back to here, browser, we go back to the browser, and we look at Reginald. Its code is 977-9788899C. So that's a 12, right? So we could get everything on a level 12. You could get everything except for battle dress. You can't get the mode 7 computers. Oh my goodness. Technically, you could get grav belts here if we could find them. Grav belts, grav tanks. Cool. Of course, I didn't send you back to the thing to see that. And with lore level 9, possession of any weapon outside of one's residence is prohibited. Lore level is also general throw for police or enforcement harassment for violations. Right. On a world of 4, the throw to avoid arrest encountering law enforcement is 4+. Okay, yeah. So on a world of a higher lore level, you're more likely to get beaten up and bundled in the back of a police van kind of routine. So I reckon we're just going to do... Yeah, we could buy pretty much anything here. We can't... hang it back. Hello. Watch me generally browse back and forth through pages. Kinua, telepathy. We don't worry about psychic stuff. It's too much for me. Too much. Much too young. You're married with a kid when you should be having fun. Vehicles. This is something that I do think annoyed me before. They've got really nice, really kind of wordy sales sections. So we'll do that off screen. No one wants to sit here whilst I go through a catalogue. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I went through a catalogue. I was probably like 8, and it was probably the swimwear models. Back when that was a thing. But curious young slimes we're interested in, as opposed to now where. So if we just imagine, right, we've got out and got the basics. We've got the armor, we've got the laser rifles, we've got the handguns, we've got laser pistols. We don't have any explosives because, you know, that's not what we do. And we've got some stun stuff, right? That's kind of where we're at. And we are lock, stock, and ready to rock. I kind of presume that they already have one for Regina, but I do have this first adventures in Regina, right? Let's just check. I think if we go here, battle cruisers. Hello. This one for Kinuneer. If we go standard assumptions, yeah. Locations using this adventure. The referee should begin this adventure at one of three worlds: Jenge, Regina, or a Fate. And we're on Regina. Okay. Die rolling conventions, we know how that works. I think this is always funny, right? When you look at these early adventures, we're like, this is how dice work. Because I'm pretty sure on the sly, they wouldn't be surprised if you just bought the adventure without knowing that you had to have the rest of the system. And we're like, if you've got this, you figure it out yourself, right? It kind of feels like what it is, right? Situation. There are 4 basic situations which serve as a basis for adventures within the context of Kinuneer. Each is independent, but all deal ultimately with starships of the Kinuneer class. Ideally, the 4 situations should be encountered by the players in the order given. They can, however, be played out of order in various circumstances. So what have we got here? A middle-aged gentleman who professes himself to be an executive of a corporation is in search of, frankly, trade secrets used. Right, okay. General Shipyards, what's he asking for? The individual who refuses to indulge in envisions 3 possible methods of acquiring the information: stealing it from the computer, bringing individual to divulge it. Yeah, okay, so this guy wants us to go rob up some stuff. So from a referee point of view, the following should govern attempts by players to acquire the required data. Inquiries at the General Shipyard will be met with rebuffs in attempting to bribe individuals for required information. Streetwise, in attempts to find the data, computer banks, computer skill will be most useful. What do we feel about this? I'm like it could be interesting, but not right now. Maybe we come back and do this, right? This can be a thing that we get involved in once we've done some bits and pieces, right? Although we are always out on the look for exciting things and money, so you never know. If we go back to skill descriptions, awareness, magic. No sci-fi can live without having some magic. Animal encounters. I don't think we're going to encounter an animal. Patron encounters. This book's supposed to give us like interesting and exciting bits and pieces, but really the most interesting thing in here is the patron encounters. Random person encounters, patrons. And we've already met our patron. We've got a patron who wants us to go and explore the stars. So maybe we should do that for them, right? We've got a yacht, space yacht. And space yacht, as we know, can jump 1. So if we go to here, and I go there as well, as we go there, and we think, Okay, so we've got 3 choices. We've got Hefri, Rui, and Jengi. So which one do we think we'll go for? Hefri's up on its own. Rui has a round circly thing around it. I don't know what that means. What have we got here? Wow, that's a thing. If we click on, nope. Okay, that's okay. So that's a C. Also, oh right, okay, right. So we're on the very border of space. How about the tactic that we're going to use is to clear. We're going to clear this section first, right? Because we're in the area and we currently only have a jump 1 capable spaceship. So if we go Regina, Rui, Hefri, or Regina, Hefri, this is one of those things, right? It's because I've only got a jump 1. We go Regina, Hefri, Forbolden, Norbs, Wenger, UK, Allele, F8, Lousy, and then come back, right? In fact, at Fate, we might be able to swap our ship and get a scout class. I mean, we could probably get a scout class here, but I don't think anyone wants to give up on the flying around in a giant space yacht just yet. So let's not lose the space yacht straight away, because I find something quietly humorous about this group of barely functioning human beings led by this foppish space-bound English gentleman. So yeah, next scene. So our next expected scene is that we arrive at the ship. Oh, the next expected scene is we launch into space, right? Expected scene. Oh, what's the yacht called? We don't have a spaceship name. If there's anyone there who wants to throw out a spaceship name, we can take that. Failing that, I'm going to go... it's a yacht. The Golden Lummox. Okay, what the spaceship going to be called? Yeah. Expected scene. The crew. Launch. The Golden Lummox into space. Right, so that's the expected scene. We launch the ship into space. No problems. I don't feel like anything wild's happened, so I need to get back to the browser. And then I need to hit a button. Yes. So the threat chaos came down. Let's roll for scene alteration. Roll it to chat. 5. Scene proceeds normally. Yep. So we launch into space and set course for... we were going to go to Rui first, right? Set course for Rui. So what's Rui like? For a start, can I just put in the planetary number? If I go 1808, does that work? No, right. So we need to go Rui, Ruie. Rui. Here we go. So she's a C77697777. Oh, so she's way below non-aligned, human-dominated, way below imperial standards. HINPZDI. What does that mean? Let's open up the scout book and find out. Some of it might be after the Scout book as well. So some of it might just be like really modern stuff. So what does it mean? Let's go from the start to the end, shall we? Scout character generation, that's not what we're after. Star system generation. So one thing that this book does is it kind of goes way deeper into star systems. So, Starport C, the atmosphere is tainted. 60% water. It's quite a huge population. 7 billion people. Balkanized. Shotguns prohibited. Miniaturized electronics. So, what else have we got going on? Let's take a gander. What do these letters mean? HIINPZDI. I kind of presume IN is industrialized. System features, planetary orbits, satellites, subordinate governments, spaceport table. Somewhere, okay, more. So what's this for? Satellites, planetary orbit, captured zones. Oh wow. Okay, here we are. What do we have? HI. I reckon that's high population, but general checklist. Have you got these abbreviations, computer? No. 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 Planet. Stuff that doesn't matter, like planetary. Gas giants, planetary tilts. Oh, look at that. Isn't that exciting? World satellite data. Star system examples. So, okay, right. It doesn't have the initials that are in use here. So that's upsetting. HIINPZDI. Me trying to figure out the things that don't really matter, 'cause I'm going down the rabbit hole of stuff. Equestrian, what? Oh, right, okay. Riding horses. This is back to the character generation, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, rich, sparse, scattered. Rift, sparse, scattered. That's not 17. So tech level 7. The tech level is like circa 1970 to 1979. So that's fun. They've not discovered global warming yet, but they're well on their way to doing so. System features. Do any of these have HIs in them? No. Primary planets, primary star types, companions, stars. Lots of star stuff. Okay. Right. Whatever. We're going to jump into the system. It'll take us a week to get there. So if yesterday was, so I should probably 1 day 37. So that actually means that the meeting that we had with Matey was on 1 day 37, 2 day 38. 2 day 38. And we jump to Thingamajig, which takes about 7 days. So we will arrive on. So if we were left on 2 day 38, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We will arrive on 2 day 45. 2 day 45. 1105 Imperial year. Arrive at Rui. Are you alive? Are you made out of cheese? Are you happy in your world? Are you, i.e., arrive at Rui. Now, let's ask a question, fake question. Are there any are there any conflicts on the ship during the jump? Question mark. Now, lower chaos rating means less likeliness of the answer yes. I also think that it's unlikely because it's their first shipping and the yacht class ship is very nice. So let's see. Oh, I like those dice. 66. So no, there's no arguments on the ship as it jumps from one place to the other. So that's good. That's nice. And the planet's tech level is 7, which means they've not kind of encountered folks for quite a while. So opportunities abound for crazy new discoveries, right? So let's do a bit of a full look of the system when we get in. So we get in and we do an initial spatial survey of the system. So let's take a quick look at continuation star system generation checklist. 10. Determine star system details. A. System nature. Okay. Where's the table for that? System nature. System nature. System features. Basic nature, right? Let's roll. 6. 6 is a solo system. So Ruri is a solo system, so it's got 1 star. Solo system. Next we go roll primary type 8. So primary type is there's supposed to be some modifiers here. Primary type, if a main world has already been generated, apply DM plus 4 if it has an atmosphere of 4 to 9. So the atmosphere is 7. So it does have an atmosphere of 4 to 9. So we add 4. Yeah. Okay. So we add 4 to this roll. So we rolled a 8. So it's a 12. So it's a F type. F-type star. Size. Primary star and size. So we add 4 to both these rolls. Okay, so that's an 11. Let me give you I can give you the... so you can see the wee little thing when the dice go round and round and round. Because I'm a generous soul like that. Let's see what's going on. Why am I doing it? Who's who? Where's where? It's over here. It's over here. I need to click on this little button. Yeah. Okay. That's not where that. There we go. Let's get this out of the way as well. And there we go. Doop, boop. So now you can see the dice, and I will almost certainly roll them like this so that you can't see them, and I will feel like an idiot later on when I go, no one was able to see those dice that I rolled. Oh, wait, but I need to keep the little traveller log thingy open as well. Otherwise, I won't remember any of the details of the planet. So it's an F-type star, maximum size. It's a massive star. It's a huge star. It's a star so very big. Size D. I mean, I don't know if that's big or not. Size D. Next. Companion. Oh, well, we don't have a companion star. So we don't need to worry about that. Maximum orbits, I don't think we need to worry about that. Gas giants. Do we already know if there's a gas giant present? I don't know. Let's have a look. Yes, there are gas giants present. That little circle, I do believe, indicates. So where the C is, there's a little circle there. I think that indicates that there's a gas giant. So there is a gas giant. How many gas giants? Yes. Gas giant. I'll need to come up with a way. Wait, I need to get some Prit stick. That's something I need to get. So gas giants, how many are there? 6. So that's 3 gas giants. Gas giants 3. So there's 3 gas giants in this system. We know there are planetoids. Planetoid belt present and quantity. DM minus the number of gas giants in the system. Right? But may not exceed the number of orbits remaining after gas giants are placed. Oh, right. Max orbits. I understand what max orbits are now. So max orbits are the number of stars, number of planets, large planetary objects in the system. So let's roll for that. 4, 5. A binary companion, not companion orbits, main max orbits. Okay, cool. Max orbits with 9. So there's 9 orbits in this system. Orbits 9. Number of belts. Planetoid belt present and quantity. So roll to see if planetoid belt exists. 6. Yes. And quantity. Quantity. I am rolling it like that, aren't I? I joked about it, but I'm pretty sure that I've just been rolling the dice by covering my hand because I'm an idiot. This is like when it's almost every time I go out, right? I think, I'm going to remember my pins, like literally 5 minutes before I leave the house, and then I put my shoes on. And then I leave the house. And then I'm at the train station. I'm like, I forgot the pins. Every single time. I'm rolling for the number of planets there, right? Number is DM number of gas giants in the system. So, right. Lower is better, apparently. 6, 3. 3 gives us 2 belts, right? 2 asteroid belts. Cool. It's a bit like our system, which this, isn't it? Planetary orbits. I don't think any of this matters. Satellite orbits. Roll. Let's go back up to the list of instructions on how to do this. So 10. Determine star system details. A. System nature. B. Primary star type. C. Companion star type if present. Companion orbits if required. Number of orbits available for each star. F. Unavailable inner habitable and outer zones within the system. G. Captured planets and empty orbits. Okay. Tables of zones. Ooh, this is complicated. I don't understand these words. So the star type is FD. So DF, I suppose. Table of zones. What's this? DF, FD, A, B, C, D, E, F, F, F5, F, nines, Ks, F0, F5, FD isn't even on here, which is good. I managed to roll a star that doesn't exist. B's, A's, F0, F5. How did I end up with FD? Let's double check that. Star types right dwarfs. Well, you shouldn't have told me to add 4 to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got that. Size D. Down here it says primary star type and size. If main world has already been generated, apply a DM of +4. if it has an atmosphere of 4 to 9 or a population of 8. So I did. And that gave me an FD type and size. And you're saying that no planet could possibly survive around this thing. I think I'm reading this thing wrong. In fact, I have to be reading it wrong because none of the stuff on here, which you can't see because I'm staring at a table, none of that stuff is present on the other thing. So I'm going to have to go away and figure that out because it doesn't make any sense to me. None of these numbers are on the other chart. So is that the number of orbits? No. Number of orbits. No, I have to check. I have to read this section of the book to try and make sense of it. Anyway, so question. Well, scene, right? It's nothing exciting happened whilst we were away. We're on 2 day 45. So what do we expect to happen? The expected scene is that we arrive in, because we've not rolled this yet. We should have done this before. But, goodness. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I clicked you off where you were supposed to be. Right. 1 second. Let's think about this. Jess, question. Before we rolled any of that, do we arrive? So the expected scene is we arrive in the Rui system, right? That's our expected next scene. Let's test it. So if we go back here, go to here, reduce the chaos factor by 1 because nothing happened. Scene alteration to chat. 6. Scene procedures orange. So right, we did arrive at the section, so we are generating the system. And it's 5 o'clock. So we've done well, right? 2 hours. I think there are even some viewers at some point, so that's exciting. It cheers me up no end, or it could have just been a wonderful bot. But even then, I love bots, and I cannot lie. Those other bots won't deny. Not managed to achieve the 1 follower on Twitch yet, but start small. One day I'll do Dungeons and Dragons, and everyone will watch, and it'll be, wow, we all love Dungeons and Dragons so much. And I'll be like, why? And then that'll happen. Cool. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to generate the rest of this system. I'm going to roll some characters for White Box tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to do a big old Dungeons and Dragons hex crawl. But not Dungeons and Dragons. So, look forward to it. I'm going now. I might be back later, but I don't know. Every time I say that, I don't. So, don't hold your breath. So long. Goodbye. Ta-ra. Have a great time. It was a pleasure, as always. Goodbye.